So as you guys saw, I recently installed an MSD two-step on Roche, my C6 Z06, because I wanted it to spit flames. And luckily, that did work. But unfortunately, the setup that I had on it was very temporary, and the two-step was always on. There was not a button that turned it on and off. So if I just went out and drove the car and I had the two-step set on 3,000 RPM, I would not be able to go over 3,000 RPM. So today, I need to install it more permanently. John actually had an extra button, so what we're gonna do is take the button, we're going to pull the back out here, we're gonna wire it to the MSD, and every time I press the button, it is going to ground it, which then turns the system on. This way, whenever I wanna do the two-step stuff and spit some flames, I can just press the button, and I can go on and off and on and off and on and off. I've done my best to tuck the wiring as much as I can. I just put it under the high ram so that all of it's clipped in under there into the coil pack harness. I need to find a place to mount this, and then we're gonna run the ground through right there into the glove box so that it's all hidden. Went ahead and put the button right next to the wideband that sits in the car, super clean so it doesn't look like anything funky is going on, no dangling wires. Very clean. We can just press the button, turn the two-step on whenever we want to. Good job, John. Next, we had John sit there and test it a couple times to make sure before permanently installing it that the mechanism actually works. Everything is wired up correctly, the button is run, and now the only thing left to do is to properly test the two-step, try and spit some flames. So I did get the button working, it is functional. I turned it down a little bit because I didn't want to be crazy loud while we were testing it. But I think if I play with the button a little bit and figure out how to manipulate the two-step, then I should be able to spit some pretty crazy flames.